Hello again, folks. Just a quick video to encourage people to turn up tomorrow, Tuesday the 22nd of September, at the High Court, where we are revisiting the judicial review application by by County Registrar Fintan Murphy. This is the case where we have tried to lodge criminal proceedings against Fintan Murphy, County Registrar of Mayo, and Sergeant Peter Hanley, also a sergeant in the Gardaí in Mayo, for the incidents that happened in the court earlier this year, where a number of members of the public were assaulted. Now, as will be clear to everybody who's following the course of events, there are some pretty desperate measures being taken by the authorities to try and prevent us availing of our fundamental right to initiate a prosecution in the district court in our own names. To this end, tomorrow, and after having looked at all of the shenanigans, and they are shenanigans that have been going on in this particular process over the last few weeks, we have decided that we will not be complicit with a process which is so flawed and so contaminated and so unconstitutional that clearly it would be improper, indeed even illegal, for us to comply with it. So it is our hope tomorrow to read out the following declaration to the court and present the same to the Chief Justice, Susan Denham, to the Taoiseach, to the Minister for Justice, and to the President of Ireland. Constitutional grounds for non-cooperation. Quote, "The highest law in the state is the Constitution of Ireland, from which all other law derives its authority. The Constitution is held to be the source of power exercised by the legislative, judicial, and executive branches of government. The Irish Supreme Court and High Court exercise judicial review over all legislation and may strike down laws if, and this is important, folks, if they are inconsistent with the Constitution." Close quotes. 7 brief points. Number 1, the Constitution supersedes the law. That is, the law is subject to the Constitution. 2, judges swear a solemn constitutional oath to abide by the law and the Constitution. 3, if a judge, or any other agent of the state for that matter, is engaged in unlawful or unconstitutional activity, then they are not operating under their constitutional or statutory remits. 4, no citizen is obliged to facilitate or comply with illicit directions, procedures, or processes. In fact, we are constitutionally and legally obliged not to knowingly do so. 5, to knowingly comply with, facilitate, or cooperate with unconstitutional activity is therefore to be complicit in criminal activity. 6, no other citizen, regardless of position, has the constitutional right, nor the legal power, nor the moral authority to coerce, direct, or manipulate another citizen into wrongdoing. And finally, number 7, we therefore assert our fundamental right to refuse to be made knowingly complicit in illicit, underhanded, or criminal activity on the basis of the Irish Constitution and the law.
Hello everybody, Colin Grannan here again from, Stephen done a short talk there on what's happening tomorrow, and it's just, I have here with me the DAR disc that I got posted out from the court, and nobody's signature on it, nobody to hold to account as to its contents or anything. I have tried in DVDs and in 7 or 8 computers today to try and get anything off this disc, and there's nothing on it. It's just a disc that was ordered to be given to me, recording of the process of the court in Castlebar the day I got the summonses issued, and I don't know what the material is supposed to be on it, but obviously there's nothing on it for me anyways, so it's just another trick to say that they are complying, and we have got nothing. They obviously had access to this. We've seen in the court the last day they were able to say the minutes to 1 and the minutes past 1 that I finished talking when I was getting the summons issued. And the situation is that these cannot be given to anyone without a court order. That has to go in front of a judge to require a court order. And you know, from where I am, this thing is wholly and totally stacked against the ordinary common person. And you know, I'll ask anyone that has interest in dignity in holding these people to account to turn up tomorrow at the four courts. We intend to make a statement and get a start to the end of this process that they call a legal process. It's just a corrupt system, and we need to sort it out now for our children, for our grandchildren, and for you out there. So hopefully that you'll come and see and maybe witness a bit of justice in operation tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes, and thanks to Colin for his determination in this matter. We're sticking to it. Guys, this is not that difficult to do. We just have to have the courage of our convictions. We have to recognise what is going on. In short, what is going on is that a range of authority figures in very senior positions of authority and power in the state are engaging in routine criminal activity. Now, we could spend our lives trying to argue the toss and the this and that's of what's legal and what's not legal, and we're going to lose every time because the odds are stacked against us. But the one document that supersedes the law, that supersedes all of the positions of authority in this state, and upon which our very government, all of the branches of government, have to found their authority, is our Constitution. And it is very clear in the Constitution that the rights that the ordinary citizen is entitled to. It is very clear in the Constitution the judge's oath of office, what they have sworn to uphold. So when they don't do this, folks, let's have the courage of our convictions. Let's call them on it and refuse to comply with these instructions or directions, because to do so would make me and you a criminal as well. Hope to see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you.